building high self-esteem and confidence. Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about building your confidence and your self-esteem because it's so important. And as a coach, I'm involved with regularly coaching a wide range of people on various aspects of life, leadership, entrepreneurship, personal effectiveness. And having high self-esteem and confidence is so important. If we think about it, organizations, businesses, companies, they want to build great client and customer relationships, right? Relationships is key. It doesn't matter what business you're in, people and relationships is at the heart of business, whether that's a small business enterprise or a large corporation, and an extremely important part of any relationship is trust. The client and the customers have got to trust you. They've got to trust your brand. They've got to trust your product or service. And in many of my workshops, I talk about this idea of trust and relationship. But how does this relate to self-esteem and confidence on a personal level? Well, the first sort of relationship that you've got to develop is a relationship with yourself, okay? And fundamentally, you've got to trust yourself and have faith in yourself. So this is very much related to building our confidence and our self-esteem, because when we don't trust ourselves, when we don't have faith in ourselves, when we haven't built that relationship with ourselves, we can erode our confidence, we can erode our self-esteem. Let me give you an example of this, right? And maybe this has happened to you. So you say to yourself, let's say, I'm going to eat healthily and exercise. You're not happy with the shape of your body and you want to lose weight, let's say. And you say it to yourself and you make a commitment. You say, okay, right, I'm going to exercise and I'm going to eat healthy from now on. And you set a certain date. You say, by this so-and-so date, I'm going to achieve this body and I'm going to do this and I'm going to stay consistent. And it lasts for 2 or 3 weeks, but then, it fizzles out and you don't actually stick to your exercise. You don't eat healthy for whatever reason, but something you said to yourself you didn't actually follow through on it. So it didn't actually happen. So what ends up happening is, on a conscious or subconscious level, you start to, your self-esteem becomes slightly eroded. Keeping promises is very important in business. And one of the most important promises you can keep is the promise to yourself. So when you say, I'm going to eat healthy and I'm going to exercise, and you actually do it, and you stick to it, then your self-esteem actually rewards you, right? Your self-worth increases because you feel good about yourself. You're like, yeah, I said I was going to do it, and I did it. And when you sort of promise yourself something, but you don't follow through on it, it could be exercise, it could be health, it could be business, it could be any aspect of your life, your professional or your personal life. You promise yourself you're going to do something. And it's, sort of niggling away in your mind. And for a fact you're not doing it. You're not doing the thing that you're supposed to, that you're supposed to do. You know that it's the right thing to do, but you're not doing it. And that then affects your self-esteem and it affects your confidence, right? It kind of knocks your trust in yourself. Because if you keep promising yourself something and saying, okay, I'm going to give up smoking, I'm going to actually exercise, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get into shape, right? But you keep failing. You tell yourself, you promise to yourself you're going to do it, and you keep failing. Then what happens is your self-esteem becomes eroded because you don't trust in yourself. You don't really on a deeper level trust your ability. So you lose confidence. That's that's how your self-confidence is knocked many times. And I'm reading an amazing book at the moment, and it's a concept that I want to actually share with you from this book. It's written by a former Navy SEAL, Mark Divine, and he's written a book called The Unbeatable Mind by Mark Divine, a former Navy SEAL commander. And in this book, he talks about many things, and many things that I also talk about in my coaching sessions and workshops, around sort of focus, visualization, meditation, breathing, all of these aspects. But something very interesting that Mark mentions in his book is the Navy SEALs, right? This elite force, these great warriors, they have a saying in the Navy SEALs, and the saying is, earn your trident every day. Earn your trident every day. And the trident is the symbol of the Navy SEALs. It's their mark of excellence that they wear on their uniform, that represents everything that the Navy SEALs are about, which is about discipline, going beyond the call of duty, pushing themselves to excellence in mind, body, and spirit, so they can be, they can truly perform their duty on the battlefield. And the Navy SEALs say you've got to earn that trident every day. So there's got to be something that they're doing every day that, tells them that, yeah, I've earned this trident every day. And it's the same way in our lives. We've got to, in a way, earn our trident every single day. We've got to earn our self-esteem and our confidence every single day by staying consistent, by keeping our promises, right? And, I've been very blessed in my life to have many great teachers. And I remember one of my first sort of martial arts teachers used to always say to me that, he used to say the 2 C's, right? He used to say that competence comes before confidence. And it always has to be that way around. Competence before confidence. You've got to get competence first, then confidence, right? And I think they're very related, because if you start to take action and you start to build up your competence in something, right, then you naturally start to gain confidence. Your confidence increases. It's related to keeping your promises and having trust in yourself. You're building the trust in yourself. And I would say that you've got to start off small by don't try and promise yourself the world. Don't try and say, right, I'm going to exercise every single day and wake up at this time and do this and do that. And, start with little things, right? Small wins that help you to earn your trident every day, that help you to actually say, oh, I took on that challenge. I said I was going to do it. I took on that challenge and I did it. It's a small win. It could be a small thing. But what happens is, you will reward yourself with a sense of well-being. Your mind will actually think to itself that, oh, right, that feels good. I feel like I've done that. I feel like I've achieved that. And then you go from there and you increase it and increase it and increase it. And your self-worth and your self-esteem and your confidence increases with more wins. You gain more competence and you gain more confidence, and you earn your trident every day. It's very important. And sometimes we have to take ourselves out of our comfort zone, because progress only happens in the uncomfortable zone. It doesn't happen when we're sat in our comfort zone. That's not where progress happens. If you go to the gym and try to push weights and try to, build up your muscles, it's only when your muscles are under strain that, where the growth happens. And that's with any aspect of life, whether it's your professional life, whether it's your business, whether it's your personal health and well-being, or even your relationships. You've got to sometimes go beyond your comfort zone. That's what it means to earn your trident every day. That's what the Navy SEALs do. They go to bed at night knowing that they've had a hard day of training and they've pushed themselves and they've earned their Trident, they've earned their self-esteem, they've earned their confidence. So my message to you in this video, is building self-esteem and confidence is about building trust. It's about the relationship that you have with yourself. It's about you trusting you and becoming competent. And from that competency will come confidence. And you've got to do it every day. You've got to earn your Trident every day. And I'd say to you, start small. Start with small wins, right? That, make you feel good. Small promises to yourself that start to build the trust in yourself. And just gain that momentum, and your self-esteem and your confidence will increase from there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please support me by subscribing on the YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.